Here are some of our entry requirements for UMBC. Number 1, we need a student with a GPA of 3.0 out of 4.0 scale. However, we just don't look at the GPA. We look at every individual marks that the student has in their transcript. Because there could be students who has 3.0 but has, let's say, 10 backlogs, which is going to be difficult for them to be successful in the graduate school. At the same time, there could be students who has, let's say, 2.8 or 2.9 GPA but actually did well in terms of their electives back in college. So we will take that into consideration too. Next would be the IELTS or English Proficiency Exam. We do accept IELTS, TOEFL, as well as PTE. So for some programs, we only require an IELTS overall band score of 6.5 or TOEFL 80. But for some programs, we actually require a 7.0 overall band score for IELTS or TOEFL 100. Next would be GRE. Again, not all of the programs would also require GRE. The programs under the Division of Professional Studies does not require GRE scores like Engineering Management, Systems Engineering, Entrepreneurship, Innovation, and Leadership, and so on and so forth. So definitely you might want to look at our website to make sure if we do require or do not require a GRE score. Next would be the letters of recommendation. We read through these letters of recommendation. There are students who actually get denied of admission because their letter of recommendations are actually weak. So what we want to look for, what we are looking for in a letter of recommendation is actually what have they done with that professor in terms of research, internship, project work, theses. We want to know how these professors look at them in terms of work etiquette, in terms of, let's say, research. At the same time, character as a student. That's what we are looking for. Next would be goal statement. So again, I have mentioned that there are students who may actually got, let's say, 2.8 or 2.9 GPA. So that's a little bit short with what we are requiring at the graduate school. However, the goal statement is actually their chance to explain their situation before. There are students who actually got a 2.8 or 2.9 maybe because number 1, they were not interested in studying history or maybe those minor subjects or courses back in college, but they did well in their electives. So that's one thing. Or maybe they got ill or they got into a family problem or financial crisis. The only thing that would help them to get admitted perhaps would be the goal statement. And that's something that is very important. We want to see as well what are their plans after their studies. That's why it's called the goal statement. So make sure that when you pass on the goal statement to us, make sure that it's clear, concise, and the student would be able to match their qualification and their goals with the program that we offer at UMBC. It is also required for international students to pay an application fee of $50. If you're looking for an application fee waiver, please contact your EduCode regional manager and they are more than happy to assist you with that. There are additional requirements that might be requested by each of the department. Example would be our MFA Intermediate in Digital Arts. We do not require GRE, but we require a portfolio. If you're unsure about the specific requirements, please get in touch with me or any of your local EduCode representative. Next would be resume or CV. It's very important for international students to include a resume, specifically for those who has, let's say, 2.8 or 2.9 GPA, but has, let's say, 5 or 6 years of experience. That will definitely help them out in terms of trying to get admitted or bringing up something that they're good at. Maybe they actually got hired at Amazon or Google in their home country. So that would still help them or will help us assess an overall possibility of the student to be admitted at UMBC, if they will be successful at the grad school or not.